So how old are you?
2.
Welcome back to my channel. Today we're gonna do a Kai's 2.5 update. This little guy, he has gotten so big.
I'll stay little.
But he wants to stay little. See, on his 2nd birthday, he was saying words, but they're kind of like my sister, her name's Kelsey, and he would call her Kel. So he would say like the first phrase or like the beginning of it. I feel like in the past 3 months, he is repeating everything you say. Anything and everything, which we have to watch what we say around him.
3.
You're gonna be 3 soon?
Yeah. And I'm not 3 now.
You're not 3 yet?
No, now 3.
No. And oh, that's another thing. He talks about himself in 3rd person. It'll always be like, I'm gonna go to Kai's bed or Kai tired. He is 3 feet exactly. Are you 3 feet?
Yeah.
He's 3 feet exactly. Do you wanna go? Or do you want to sit with Mama?
No, I'm cutting. Because it's not the
Okay, you can sit right there. He wants to sit right there. He knows his colors very good. Pretty much he'll just go on like a random, I'm gonna name every color I see moment. Oh, that's from your jeans, baby. You left it print, kind of like a stamp.
Because there's bees on the side.
Yeah.
The bees are on the side.
Like he says sentences now, like he can tell you if something's wrong. He's really verbal. I feel like he's more verbal than some kids his age. I feel like he's kind of intelligent, but what parent doesn't? Right here, baby. He is obsessed with cars though. You gotta show him the camera, baby. Good job. What is that?
It's the
Let's see. He knows his colors, he knows his numbers. Like he knows numbers, he'll randomly go 1, 2, 3. Then he'll be like 8, 9, 12. He'll know like batches of numbers and then he'll just go random. He talks a lot. He still uses the little sign language that we taught him and the little bit of Spanish that I try incorporate. I don't really know Spanish. I know little words that I also knew growing up because my parents were fluent in Spanish, but they never really got around to teaching us. But I'm trying to teach him. I know whenever we're around the family that does speak Spanish, they try and help him too, like his numbers. The other day, my sister was literally teaching him all the numbers in Spanish, and he just randomly came up to me and was counting in Spanish. So he's like picking up things really fast, which I know at this age, that's what they do. He doesn't know sentences in Spanish. His last checkup, they said he weighed like 28, almost 30 pounds. As for clothes, this is a 3T. 2Ts fit him. He's like 2T, 3T. It depends on the brand. I totally missed out on any updates from when he was born. I know I have some like videos that I used to do before I did this stuff. So I mean, maybe if I get them, I'll just make like a big like thing. I don't know if you're interested. If not, I probably won't do that. I don't know. Probably just for me to view. By the way, he really worked on swimming. We had the puddle jumpers last year and he used them and he was really good. Like he loved it. He would swim by himself perfectly fine, go down the slide. And then this year he just like took off with it. Like he'll jump in the pool. He's just so like risky. He doesn't care.
I go underwater.
Yeah, and this year I wanted to try and get him to like learn to swim in case in an incident that he falls.
Underwater.
I'm not a professional.
I go underwater.
I'm not a professional or anything,
I
but
go
like
underwater.
I try to teach him to swim underwater. He's really good.
I sit down.
He's not like
Can I go down slide? Can I go underwater?
Yes, he goes down this little slide that my sister has on her pool and he just swims to us. Like we'll give a good distance. He'll just swim underwater all the way to us, but he just loves it. I know that next year hopefully he'll be able to do it without puddle jumper completely. That's for swimming. He's really improved drastically with his swimming. I'm a proud mama about that. He's still in diapers. We're trying to work on that. The thing with him is that we will see him, either he won't have a wet diaper and he's drank a lot of fluids, so we'll be like, okay, you need to go on the potty, or we see him trying to go to the bathroom, so we'll tell him you need to go to the potty and he will fight us. I will put him on the toilet though, because I know that's the right thing to do. I'll explain it to him that if he sits down and he goes potty on the toilet, that he'll get a prize or a popsicle or a cookie, and then he'll go to the bathroom. So it's kind of confusing to me. He is working on being potty trained. It's hard. He does this thing when he has to poop. He like runs away and then we tell him he has to go and he says, don't look. don't come in, mama, go back to sleep, which I think is so silly. And another thing, like I've been trying to teach him like manners, like ever since he was little, it was always like thank you, you're welcome, sorry, just like simple manners thing. And I try to teach him, instead of just saying no, say no thank you. And he kind of doesn't use it in the right tense, like when it's kind of like you have to do this, like you need to eat your food. He goes, no thank you mama, no thank you, no thank you. He's something special. He definitely has his terrible twos, his tantrums. If he doesn't get his nap, that nap is a savior. He sleeps in his own bed. I heard that co-sleeping, which I'm a co-sleeper, was gonna be the hardest thing to do. From what I've heard, like it's gonna be hard trying to get your 1-year-old, 2-year-old to go from sleeping in a bed with mom and dad to sleeping by himself in his own bed. But he took to it, like he was excited. I feel like it's because we got this bed. It's his purple bed is what he calls it. He loves it. We got this IKEA frame for it, and he was so excited that he had his own room. When we moved in here, we let him pick his room, and he said this is Kai's room, and he loves sleeping in his own bed. He'd rather sleep in Kai's bed than anywhere else. So that was easy. I breastfed him till he was 1.5. A lot of people told me that was another thing that was gonna be hard with him. And no, he's fine. And he knows that his sister eats leche. He calls it mama's leche, and he's perfectly fine with it. He doesn't ever want for it or anything, and he's very independent. He'll be social, but like he'll rather play by himself sometimes with his cars. We're doing the whole sharing, trying to teach to share, be gentle, because he does have a little sister. We're trying to get him to try and learn to read books right now. Eating wise, he's gotten way better at eating things. He was the pickiest little dude ever, and now he's taking more to things. Sometimes he'll have his off days where he's just like, I just want rice, or I just want bacon. And I mean, of course I won't let him just eat that, but he will just be a little more picky that day. But sometimes he'll just take it. Like if we tell him you need to eat it, we have to play with him, like, hey, you want to be an alligator or a big shark, or the whole airplane landing in the garage. He'll eat better like that if we play around with him. He's just getting so big. He was my little baby boy. I mean, he was way bigger than his sister, but he was just this little tiny baby, and he's just getting so big. And every time I tell him he's getting big, at first he used to be like, yes, I want to get big like daddy, and now he's like, no, I want to stay little, I want to stay little, please mama, I want to stay little. I feel like that has to do with him having his little sister, and he sees that little sister gets everything, so I want to be little too. So I think he noticed that he's getting a little jealous, and it's kind of messing with his terrible twos. We're trying to teach him to be nice and share and don't take things, but he's learning. I feel like he gets better little by little. We just have to be patient, and we got to realize that although he might look big, he is only 2.5 years old, and he's just still so smart for his age. And I think that's where it throws us off, because we think, well, he's so smart, he knows this, he should know this, and it's still just, it's something for us that we got to learn. But he is just, as an update for him, he is growing giant. His last update, he's in the 75 percentile for his height and weight. He has a giant nugget, so that is always like in the 90th percentile. He has these giant brown eyes, and everyone loves them. I'm just boasting about my baby, sorry. It's exciting to see him grow though, and see how much he learns and catches on to things. I realize, like, as much as people turn down technology, since we've let him watch other things, which are educational though. Kids these days, they like watching other kids play with toys, and it's just ridiculous. But he learns so much, and his imagination goes wild, and not in a bad way. It's just like, it's crazy to see him play by himself, and the things that he like comes up with. It's just so amazing, like how something so small can just entertain him. It blows my mind. But if you're a mom, you probably relate to this. It makes me sad, and every time I see him, I always imagine him being this little baby that I used to cuddle with him at night and sing to him and love on him, and just now he's just so big, and he wants to sleep in his own room, and he wants to do his own things, and he just wants to be so independent, and it's crazy. And he's only 2.5, so yeah, that's his 2.5 update. So here he is.
Bye.
You want to say bye?
Bye.
You're getting bigger and bigger, right?
No, I'll stay in.
And
bye.
you're gonna go now. So that's it. I'm gonna let y'all go now. I have no idea how long this is gonna be. I apologize, but I just wanted to let everyone in on how he's doing and how big he's getting. I'm so excited to see how much bigger he gets, and gotta get ready for his 3rd birthday. I'll see you guys later. Thank you. If you enjoyed this, give this a thumbs up, and give it a thumbs up.
Give it a thumbs up.
Give it a thumbs up. And we will see you in our next video, whichever that will be. Subscribe. I will try and put videos up every week at least once. I know I'm kind of behind on that, but I am enjoying this. So I will see you guys then. Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.